Are you ready to explore the captivating world of a classic TV series from 1974? This show follows the adventures of a determined reporter who uncovers spooky happenings lurking in the shadows. With each episode, he digs deeper into the strange and mysterious, making for an exciting journey filled with surprising twists and turns. What special qualities do you think make this TV series stand out? It's a thrilling mix of suspense, horror, and investigative reporting that keeps viewers glued to their screens. Plus, its innovative approach paved the way for future shows in the same genre. Out of all the characters in this series, which one did you like the most? From the brave reporter to the creepy creatures he encounters, there are plenty of memorable characters to choose from. We'd love to hear your favorite memory or personal story related to this TV series. Share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments below. Stay tuned for more intriguing insights into this classic TV series, where each episode promises a new adventure that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In 1974, a groundbreaking TV show emerged, shaking up how we viewed supernatural mysteries on screen. It introduced a new kind of detective story, mixing spooky elements with investigative journalism. This show paved the way for others like The X-Files. Each episode had its own mystery, but there was also a bigger story unfolding across them all. The main character, played by Darren McGavin, was like no other investigator before him. He was determined to find the truth, even when nobody believed him, and danger lurked around every corner. The show touched on themes of questioning authority and how the media can twist the truth, which still resonate today. Even though it didn't last long when it first aired, this show has stuck around. It's been shown again and again on TV, released on DVDs, and has a dedicated fan base. You can spot its influence in other shows and movies, proving its lasting impact. With its mix of horror, mystery, and journalism, it continues to captivate audiences, staying relevant in TV's ever-changing world. In 1974, a popular TV series brought together Richard Kiel, known for playing Jaws in James Bond movies, and William Shatner, along with Anne Serling, who is Rod Serling's daughter. At the Mad Monster Party in Charlotte, NC, during March 21-23, 2014, Richard Kiel, a tall actor famous for biting through a licorice cable in The Spy Who Loved Me, made an impact. On March 22, he was part of a panel about the Twilight Zone, adding more depth to his varied career. Before becoming the infamous Jaws, Kiel appeared in Kolchak, the Night Stalker. In 2 episodes, he played the menacing Diablero in Bad Medicine and transformed into the swamp monster in the Spanish Moss Murders. These highlights from Richard Kiel's career showcase the different roles and experiences that contribute to his rich history in the entertainment industry. During World War II in New York, Mary Wickes volunteered with the Hospital Committee of the American Theater Wing War Service. Nina Foch had to wear contact lenses to make her blue eyes brown in the 10 Commandments. Darren McGavin is often incorrectly considered to be the show's executive producer, although he never held the position. He unofficially assumed many of the duties, which put him at odds with the official producers appointed by Universal Paul Platon and then Cy Chermak. Dick Gaudier, a Navy veteran, transitioned from military service to stand-up comedy, performing at the renowned Hungry Eye Club in San Francisco alongside comedy legend Mort Sahl. He toured nationally and also collaborated with folk group the Kingston Trio. William Daniels, elected president of the Screen Actors Guild, won against incumbent Richard Masur and candidate Angel Tompkins, who combined their names to appear first on the ballot. The SAG presidency lasts for a 2-year term. Mary Wickes and Doris Day appeared together in multiple films, including on Moonlight Bay, I'll See You in My Dreams, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, and It Happened to Jane. Wickes guest starred on the first season of Deiz TV series. In the INS newsroom of the 74 TV series, you'll notice the Model 15 teletype, a fixture in the fictional space, often glimpsed from the back or side. As for Richard Kiel, a towering figure known for his role as Jaws, his fear of heights was an obstacle. Despite his immense size, he was uneasy with certain stunts, prompting Martin Grace, Roger Moore's stunt double, to step in. Grace flawlessly replicated Kiel's movements, bridging the height gap seamlessly, making it challenging for viewers to discern between them. Interestingly, in 62's The Magic Sword, Kiel, though uncredited, appeared as Pinhead No. 1. The Variety Review from April 11, 1962, credits the role to Dick Kiel. In the realm of performances and behind-the-scenes anecdotes, these details offer a glimpse into the dynamics of the show, showcasing the meticulous work and collaborative efforts that contributed to its unique flavor. Amidst the lively streets of Chicago, a famous TV series came to life thanks to the filming at Universal Studios in Hollywood. This show blended real outdoor scenes with studio shots, making it feel very real. At a big meeting in Stockholm, Sweden, Richard Kiel, a tall actor from the show, made a big impression in October 23. Fans everywhere loved meeting him. Julie Adams, who was important for the series, talked about her experiences in a book interview in 1995. She gave insights into how the show was made, adding more to the story. People loved the show not just for its exciting story, but also for the hard work of everyone involved. Filming at Universal Studios gave them a great place to be creative. The result was a show that people still remember today, mixing spooky stories with familiar places. Looking back at the history and stories of Kolchak the Night Stalker, you can see how talented people and good stories came together. From the busy city streets to the studio, the show was like a really good book, with each part adding to its story. Throughout his career, Julie Adams shared the screen with Rock Hudson in 5 films. Richard Kiel made an appearance at the Scandinavian Sci-Fi, Game and Film Convention in Helsingborg, Sweden, back in October 29. Interestingly, William Daniels portrayed Dustin Hoffman's father in The Graduate despite being only 10 years older than Hoffman in reality. These connections shed light on the diverse backgrounds of the actors involved in the series. It's fascinating to see how their paths intersect outside of Kolchak the Night Stalker. In one episode, 2 actors passed away within days of each other. Also, one actor's family connections were interesting. He became the uncle of a famous group through marriage. Another actor's daughter was married to a well-known songwriter, but sadly, his other daughter died of cancer at a young age. Despite these sad events, his granddaughter became a successful Broadway singer and actress. In another episode, a famous director got his start in Hollywood by writing the script. It showed his early talent and hinted at his future success in the movie business. The connections between the cast and crew of a certain show highlight both sad events and happy achievements, showing how people in the entertainment world leave their mark. In a famous TV show, Darren McGavin wore a wig throughout the series. This show was full of mystery and scared a lot of people. McGavin played the main character, and he did a great job, even though the wig was uncomfortable. The show was successful because the actors and crew were talented. It's still loved by many fans today. This is just a brief summary of how important the show was on TV and in culture. It will always be remembered. In the beginning of each episode, keep an eye out for the main character tossing his hat at a wall hook only to miss and have it fall into a garbage can. A versatile actor, known for various roles, often played members of a famous historical family. He portrayed John Adams in a movie, a TV miniseries, and a Broadway play. Additionally, he took on the roles of John Quincy Adams and Samuel Adams in other TV series. A child actor who appeared in several movies during the 1940s shared an interesting story. While filming a movie called The Ghost of Frankenstein, the star of the film, Lon Chaney Jr., treated all the children on set to ice cream during breaks. These stories provide a glimpse into the lives of those involved with the series. In the 1970s, Kathy Brown and her husband Darren McGavin collaborated frequently. Together, they formed Torian Films in 1972. McGavin directed Brown in the movie Happy Mother's Day, Love George in 1973. The production company's work extended beyond the big screen, including appearances in TV movies like Berlin Affair in 1970. Before Kolchak the Night Stalker, Universal Studios had already delved into horror-themed shows with Thriller and Night Gallery. In a nod to the original series, Darren McGavin made a cameo in the 2005 remake Night Stalker. He appeared in a newsroom scene as a tribute to his role in the 1970s series, digitally inserted into the pilot episode. In 1974, a notable television series brought together the talents of Darren McGavin and Dan Curtis. Unfortunately, the close collaboration between McGavin and Curtis came to an end in early 2006, as both individuals passed away within a month of each other. Throughout the episodes, viewers never catch a glimpse of Carl at home. The series deliberately keeps Carl's personal life shrouded, adding an air of mystery to the investigative journalist character. Julie Adams, a familiar face in the show, found more than just screen time on the set. During the production of The Looters in 1955, she met her future husband, Ray Danton, laying the foundation for a personal connection that extended beyond the screen. These off-screen dynamics and deliberate narrative choices contribute to the unique allure of the series, keeping the focus squarely on the enigmatic investigations undertaken by Carl and the intriguing characters encountered in his nocturnal pursuits. William Smith, originally considered for the lead role in the TV series Kung Fu, lost the part due to his muscular appearance. Despite the network's interest, producer Jerry Thorpe found him too imposing. In later episodes of the series, actress Ruth McDevitt took on the role of columnist Miss Emily. Interestingly, she also portrayed an elderly peeping Tom in the initial episode, sending a letter to the Miss Emily column. During rehearsals for The Godfather, actor John Marley's infamous horse head scene involved a fake prop. However, on the actual shooting day, a real horse's head from a New Jersey slaughterhouse was used. It may have been authentic, but the blood was, fortunately, not real. In episode 3, he faces an invisible alien creature, inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's The Dunwich Horror. The creature in Lovecraft's story terrorized Rhode Island. Richard Kiel, known for his role as the Towering Jaws in James Bond films, completed Kentucky Lion, the Cassius Marcellus Clay story, a historical novel co-authored by Pamela Wallace, who also co-wrote the Academy Award-winning screenplay for Witness with Harrison Ford. Darren McGavin received a BFA in theatre acting from the prestigious Actors Studio at New School University in New York City. Isn't it fascinating how some characters and stories from the past can still influence what we watch today? Take, for example, a certain show about a reporter investigating supernatural events. That show actually inspired other popular series you might enjoy. It goes to show that even small shows can have a big effect on what we see on TV. So, the next time you're watching a mystery or thriller, remember that its roots might go back to something unexpected. In the world of voice acting, there were some notable talents behind beloved characters. He voiced characters like Serpentor in G.I. Joe and Rodimus Prime in the Transformers. She showcased her talent on both the big screen and television, known for her roles in The Man Who Came to Dinner and Dennis the Menace. Unfortunately, the show met its end when the lead actor requested to be released from his contract due to dissatisfaction with the scripts and exhaustion from his additional duties. As a result, 3 scripts remained unproduced, with 2 later adapted into comic books in 23. Larry Linville spent 8 years in repertory with the Association of Producing Artists in New York, the Barter Theater in Virginia, and the San Diego Shakespeare Festival. John Marley made his Broadway debut in Stop Press, and has since appeared in plays like The Strong Are Lonely and The Investigation, also directing numerous regional theater productions. Mary Wicks taught a seminar on comic acting at the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. Keenan Wynn acted alongside Janet Leigh in 6 films Angels in the Outfield. It's a Big Country and American Anthology, Fearless Fagin, The Perfect Furlough, Touch of Evil, and House on Green Apple Road. Phil Silvers, known for his role as Master Sergeant Ernest G. Bilko, was featured on a commemorative postage stamp issued in 29. Mary Wicks performed in various productions at the St. Louis Little Theater from 1929 to 1934, playing roles such as Louise in Allison's House, Maria Scott in Cock Robin, and Kate Sanger in The Constant Nymph, among others. Back in 1974, a bunch of really talented people worked on a TV show. Richard Kiel, who was really tall, wrote a book about his experiences in the movie business called Making It Big in the Movies in 22. He gives a sneak peek into what it was like for him behind the scenes. Then there's William Smith, who was famous for being able to lift a lot of weight in a weird way. He could lift 163 pounds in a special kind of lift called reverse curling. He brought his strength to the show, making it stand out. Nina Falk, who acted in old movies like Illegal and The 10 Commandments in the 1950s, also joined the cast. She acted alongside Edward G. Robinson, showing off her skills in different kinds of roles. All these folks, with their own cool stories, made the show awesome with their talents. In 1974, a popular TV show showcased some really talented actors. One of them was Mary Wicks, who had learned in St. Louis before becoming a famous actress. She acted alongside big stars like Jack Lemmon and Maureen Stapleton in a series called Juno and the Paycock. Another actor who made a splash that year was John Marley. You might have seen him in movies like America, America, Love Story, and the classic The Godfather. He definitely left his mark in the entertainment world back then. Isn't it fascinating how family connections sometimes pop up unexpectedly in movies? For instance, Richard Kiel's son, Richard George, had a quick part in a movie back in 1977. He played a little boy in a beach scene. Another interesting thing is how Darren McGavin starred in a TV show in the 70s and then appeared in a film shot in Chicago in the 80s. Nina Falk, who acted in The 10 Commandments, often played characters older than herself. It's neat to see how these family ties and age differences can add depth to a movie. These actors really know how to leave a mark on the audience. Understanding these connections gives us a better idea of how movies come together and why they stick with us. So, it's no surprise that their performances continue to captivate audiences, right? It's like they're leaving a special mark on the history of film. And that's all for now, folks. In the world of entertainment, there are often interesting connections and surprising roles played by actors. For instance, there's a story about a towering actor who often found himself confused with other famous names despite his unique role in a TV series from 1974. He even attended a sci-fi convention in Sweden back in 2000. Then there's another actor known for her versatility, taking on the role of a nun driving a bus in 2 different movie series. This goes to show how actors can surprise us with their range. These anecdotes shed light on the varied experiences within the entertainment industry, offering a glimpse into the lives of those involved in a particular TV series.